Greetings and salutations. Second Star right back with Football Manager 23. And what happened last episode, I had signed Marcel Sabitzer. I was super happy because him and Basuma can then either take part in creative duties on the field together or can spell one another. And I have depth because a lot of the midfields here were the Brute Squad. They were not going to add a whole lot of creativity and not a lot of attacking flair going forward. That was my feeling, so I thought bringing in Sabitzer to have either behind Basuma or depending on the opponent to share time with him on the field would lend a lot to my attack, which was great. It was a great idea. Worked out awesomely for about a minute, and then Basuma went down with hip injury for 2 months. So on the one hand, thankfully I already have a replacement. On the other hand, I'm back to square one where I only have one player with any kind of creative juice going forward. And the rest of my midfield is just looking for people to hit, basically. So I went into the transfer window thinking I needed to replace Sabitzer. I needed another someone to add depth on the right wing, and I needed something to happen in goal because Hugo Lloris was playing very well. Fraser Forster was expecting to be the first choice goalkeeper, and he wasn't getting those reps. I wasn't sure what to do, so I sold him. Sold Hugo Lloris. But then I replaced him with... I'll show you what happened. Okay, so the transfer window comes up, and I sell Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura, which is what I've been trying to do for a month, because he had come to me earlier saying, hey, look, I'm just going to play out the rest of my contract. And I'm like, yeah, Lucas, you're a great servant to this club. You've earned it. Go ahead and, I accept that, no problem. Which, because of his personality traits as being his own person, he's not going to listen to anything I say anyway. And I'm a new coach. I have no sway with him whatsoever. We have no relationship. There was nothing I could do. The guy wanted to play out his contract. But I was able to convince him to find a new club. You have to go through the dialogue options very carefully with these cagey veterans that want to do their own thing. Make it think like it's like their idea. It's in their best interest to do it. I don't remember what that option was, but it was the right one. And so he said to go find a new club, which is great. So when Brighton came in and offered $24 million for him, I took it because I had less than $1 million in my transfer kitty and all these problems that I had to fix. So that worked out really well. That gave me $24 million to play with, and I went in and signed Datro Fofana to play on the wing. I loved him last year. He's great. He was awesome last year. I had him 3 years in though, I think, so he developed a lot more. He doesn't look quite as good this year, but he was very inexpensive. I think I got him for $7 million, and I hope he's going to develop the way he did last year because he was a really good, consistent, big game performer. Everything you really want in a player. So hopefully he can fill in a little bit of striker, he can fill in a little bit on the wing, and he can just spell my stars when necessary. I also was able to get in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He was on loan from Chelsea, so that's another score because I didn't have to pay for a basically world-class player. He doesn't quite... he's not quite as flairful and vision-oriented as Basuma and Sabitzer, but I figured for no money down, I will take that for for a season, and I will reconvene later. Besides, Basuma should be coming back at the end of the season anyway, or middle of the season anyway. So I think I'm going to be okay with RLC here, spelling time. Okay, so my other problem was at goalkeeper. And last year, Tottenham would always buy this guy. Always. Jurgen Jakir. Jurgen Jakir. There we go. Jurgen Jakir. That's how you pronounce it in Turkish, if I remember correctly. So they always bought him, so I thought I'd continue the tradition. Again, this is someone who is a really, really, really good goalkeeper that I got for very inexpensive. Let's go to the transfers here. My transfer history. I think my face is in the way. Okay, so Loftus-Cheek on loan, Fofana for $7 million, and Jurgen Shakir comes in for $10 million, and then another $1 million is either installments or a payment after a certain amount of games. Don't remember which, but regardless, that's a deal. And I was able to get rid of Loris for $8.5 million, really, this is down to the wire. There's like 6 hours left in the transfer window. So I'm able to make... I didn't have to list Jakir as first choice goalkeeper, although I didn't have to give him star player. So that might be an issue too. But I think that I can be able to juggle him and Fraser Forster in a way that makes them both happy. So that avoids any potential unhappiness going through the locker room. And then I have money left over from selling Lucas Moura for the mid-season second transfer window if I need to fill in another gap, or even when the spring rolls around and youth intakes are coming in, I'm able to poach some youth from other teams. So I have some flexibility, and I'm pretty happy about that. That worked out not too shabbily. Okay, now let's look at the results on the field. I went through the Champions League. Tottenham had qualified last year, and so they are in the Champions League this year. And they're in Group H. Group H with Napoli, which I guess we don't have rights to them this year, so now they're Parthenope. It doesn't matter. They're Napoli, right? And I could have sort of put the real names fix in here before I started the game, but be that as it may. Marseille and Frankfurt. And interestingly enough, Frankfurt was the number 1 seed. And they are not doing too well, as you can see, and I am kicking butt. I won all the games. Have a nice 7-goal differential. I'm sitting pretty to qualify out of Group H, although I'm only 1 round in. We'll see what happens on the way back. Okay, so now let's check the schedule. Last we were here, I had vanquished West Ham, Aston Villa, and West Ham. Oh no, I hadn't gotten to West Ham yet. I just beaten Aston Villa. So West Ham comes in, and I think this is an away game. Let me see. Bear with me. Yeah, 2 away games. I was worried about that because my last away game at Man City did not go too well. So I had 2 away games in a row, and I guess I should not have needed to worry because we came out on top just fine. And whenever you see this here and you want to see what it looks like, you just hit the analytical data button, and it will reload the game from memory. And you can see how it went if you didn't remember. Okay, so it looks like we did not do too well at first, other than scoring a goal right away. But the flow of the game didn't shift until the second half, and I guess we probably wore them out. Let's take a look at the goals and see what happened. Looks like we scored right off the bat. Perisic runs up to Basuma before his injury, and okay, Højbjerg. That was quite the goal from Højbjerg, about 30 yards or so. And I'm actually training him. Nice slaughter away by Young-Sun Min there. Young-Min Son. There's a Tibetan core. Son. Okay, another one from him. Good job, guys. I'm going to turn that volume down a little bit. That was quite loud, huh? That shot from Højbjerg. Incredible shot, yes. And he has the trait to take long shots, but his long shots are only like a 9. Right, so I'm retraining him right now to not take those long shots, but that is not the last one we'll see. He nails a couple. He nails at least one more during the course of the season to this point, and I don't know where he pulls it out from, but he does. All right, Newcastle, freshly minted with blood money. Newcastle comes in with Alexander Isak. He was tearing the league up. He's doing really well, but he did not do well in this game. St. Maximin. This is interesting because I played a Newcastle save in 22 just because I wanted to play with St. Maximin. I like that guy a lot, but he didn't do good in this game either. I guess no one did. We kicked Newcastle's butt all up and down their own field. All right, let's see what happens. All right, penalty. Okay, so Kane fouls on a penalty 48 minutes in. And then Højbjerg again, outside the box. I don't know how he does it with his 9 long shots, but what are you gonna do? I'll take it, obviously, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'll just take it. Strong defense. Again, it looks like Newcastle. We didn't outplay Newcastle till the second half. I probably yelled at them. Probably threw a water bottle around in the locker room and told them to play better. And I guess they listened to me. I only throw water bottles at home. I don't throw water bottles away. But I definitely throw water bottles at home. No excuse to be playing bad at home. All right, Everton rolls into our field. Looks like I have Richarlison playing in place of Harry Kane. I think this is where he got hurt. Kane was hurt in practice, and I had to sit him for a little bit. But fortunately, let's see, with this data. Fortunately, it didn't come to bite us. We were able to come through despite his absence. Only having Heung-min Son and Harry Kane as the true anchors of the team can be difficult. But it looks like we did all of our scoring in the first half. And then they finally showed up with like 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go. They decided to all right, we're playing a game, aren't we? We got to show up. Everton, gotta love it. All right, Sabitzer plays all the way up to Kulusevski, who does what? What does Kulusevski do? Gets it to Richarlison and heads it in nicely. I will take it. And then next, Hoiberg again. Nice to Kulusevski. His second goal of the game. Always nice to see. He's on loan, and I have a feeling that if I don't sign him permanently, there will be a riot. Oh, look. Brian Gill comes in and scores a goal, which is always nice. I guess he took a break from being in the candy flip playing bass to go score a goal for Tottenham. That's nice. Okay. And what happens after West Ham? We have, or Everton, we have, our first game against Napoli, a 1-0 affair away, I guess playing in the shadow of the Parthenon. All right, let's see what happens. 57 minutes in. So I guess nothing happens for a half, and then off a corner kick, we get possession back. Betancourt slots it in, and that's it. That was exciting. Okay, after that, hard fought. This was a very, very difficult game. Away at Arsenal, a major test between the two teams here. Let's look at the analytical data. All right, yeah, it looks like we played them very well until looks like the last bit here. They probably went into very attacking mode to try to steal a goal, but to no avail, and it just ended up in a 0-0 tie. But I remember it being just a stressful, agonizing game. I don't remember. It looked like they had 20 shots, and we only waited to get off 9, only 4 on target. It was difficult. That was a very difficult game. I don't know what. I guess I played them at home next, and hopefully that'll go a bit more in my favor. Played Frankfurt, annihilated them, which is always fun. It all came in the second half. I guess we were both of us kind of sitting back, seeing what the other was going to do until the second half when we finally turned on the style. And let's see how that went. Okay, Sabitzer had a nice 8.8. That's good to see. Davies to Sabitzer, who beautiful shot, just caught the goalkeeper just a little bit out of place and was able to slot it in. Then we got another penalty from Kane, who seems like half of his goals come from penalties this season. And Sabitzer has a nice one up to Kane, who gets our third goal, and that is the difference maker. Nice. Okay. After that, Brighton. Oh, this was another tough game because look at this formation. This should be illegal. Oh, just come on, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people just sitting there. Now I know that there are a lot of these Estupinian and Estupinian. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna stay away from that name for a while. And the Lamptey are gonna be running up the wings to provide width to the top 3, but still, it's so irritating trying to break down this defense. Oh, it was just a nightmare. And then they got lucky a lot. Ergan Shakir did not have a good game, unfortunately. And even no one on my defense really did. I think most of it is Davison Sanchez here. He hadn't been playing a lot. So I thought, Brighton's mid-table. It's home game. I can start Sanchez, and he'll be happy to have the game under his belt. But unfortunately, it looks like he was actually victimized on both of these goals. One, he was just beaten in the air, and the other one, he had just had a lapse in concentration. Looked like it doesn't seem to be reflected. Like a 6.9 is decently average of a score, but if you watch the goals, you can totally tell that he was victimized both times. Not to say that the goalkeeper couldn't have saved them, but he did not give them any help whatsoever. Let's see. Okay, McAllister, he did that pretty much on his own. High pointed that ball really nicely. Here's Sanchez chasing McAllister down, and then just kind of gives up. I don't know what he was doing there, and he allowed the cross. Unpleasant. That's not a good play on his part. All right, and Sabitzer converted a free kick to save the game, which I hate when happens against me, but I will take it anytime it happens for me. Those game tying or game winning free kicks, bane of my existence. And then Chelsea came in, and Chelsea, interestingly enough, played the same formation that Brighton did. I did not expect this from Chelsea. Maybe I just don't know them well enough. I don't remember this being a formation that they played a lot last year, so I don't know. You tell me if this is standard for them, but it's the same one that Brighton played that I had such a hard time with, and I didn't have the difficult time this time. Chelsea outplayed me a lot, but I at halftime, I think I changed from I stopped countering, and I think I went to a slower tempo to break down the defense a bit more, and looks like I was able to break free to score some goals. Let's see what happens. All right, Davies throws into Højbjerg to Betancourt, who gets it to Kulusevski. Oh, this is another interesting one. So Kulusevski just headed in that goal, right? And then Kulusevski again heads in again. His heading is decent. He has I think a 12 or 14 for heading, but his jumping is a 7 or a 9. It's just awful. So then Richarlison comes in and finishes the scoring lead. But we have to have two headed in balls by Kulusevski where it's not necessarily his forte. Was interesting. Well, I guess he's accurate with his heading, but he can't jump. So interesting when you see that combination of accurate heading, but no hops whatsoever. And that's Kulusevski in a nutshell. But he scored twice against Chelsea, and I will take it. And that was away too, wasn't it? It was my Chelsea game. Yeah, away at Chelsea. So that bodes well for later on in the season. Okay, and then 3-0 at Marseille. Was that at Marseille? I missed it. Yeah. No. Home game. Home against Marseille. 3 goals. Let's see which one's this one. I'll see if I remember this game as it goes on. Oh, this one they didn't even show up. Yeah, Marseille did not even show up for this game. As you saw, they were completely flat on the thing. Another penalty from Kane. He's just crazy with that. And then Fonte screws up that from the goalie badly. Richarlison comes in, gets it to Kane, and we have another score. But yeah, look at this run of play by Owen. I don't think they got off the plane, to be honest. I think those all mannequins running around in the field, just getting in my way, because they did absolutely nothing in that game. That was kind of an embarrassing performance for them. If I was their head coach, I would be none too pleased. Finally, Bournemouth. This one's interesting just because of the way it ended. They scored, and we were down 1-0, even though we had completely dominated play. They only had 2 shots on target all game, but in the second half, they had done nothing, and suddenly we found ourselves with our backs against the wall, and we had to do something. And fortunately, we were able to pull it out. We scored it less than 2 minutes in, so that was nice. But then when nothing happens for the rest of the game until at almost the 60th minute, they just score, and we had been able to. It was really tough slog going against this defense. I was kind of surprised. Then I brought in Tanganga and Datro. And Datro Fofana comes in and wins it for us in the 83rd minute. And then both of those players went on to be players of the week. Like, they were literally second half subs that played for less than 20 minutes, and they both got on the team of the week, which I thought was super interesting because they literally played for 11 minutes and had an assist and a goal, and they're on the final 11 of the week. Go figure. I'll take it, but it was relatively. It seems undeserved to me. I guess all the right backs and right wingers stunk over the week, and we had the most impressive performance. I don't know what to tell you, but again, I'll take it. Okay, so I think we'll play up until the transfer window, perhaps, and then we will reconvene and see what happens. All right, guys, thanks for coming along this ride with me. Please comment what you want to see, or you have any questions, whatever. And I will, subscribe, of course, comment, and throw me a like my way. That would be great. And I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Have fun. Bye.